We are going to unleash American drone dominance. So President Trump not long ago introduced an executive order to make sure that the cabinet put this issue on the forefront, to make sure that we lean in to our airspace when it relates to drone technology. And the problem we have is that on the consumer drone market, China controls 90% of this market. And the problem with that is we're turning over our skies to one of our main adversaries. Huge problem, and it's going to happen no longer. Now, we are announcing a new rule to normalize beyond visual line of sight, or BVLOS as it's called. Operators in the past would have to get individual waivers to operate these drones. Very complicated. They were issued on a case-by-case basis. And because of that complication, I don't think we saw the innovation that we should have in America. So with this rule, we are going to eliminate that prior process, and the approval will be done in a far different way. The rules are going to completely change in the way that drone use is going to be approved. And what this is going to do is, again, allow our innovators and businesses to continue to create and innovate and change the way our industry works with the use of these drones. So this is not a new concept. This has been discussed under Trump 1, under Biden, but we are in the race. We're in a race to the moon, in a race with China to the moon. And to have a base on the moon, we need energy. And some of the key locations on the moon, we're going to get solar power. But this fission technology is critically important. And so we've spent hundreds of millions of dollars studying, can we do it? We are now going to move beyond studying, and we have given direction to go, let's start to deploy our technology to move to actually make this a reality. We're not talking about massive technology. We're not launching this live. That's obviously, if you have any questions about that, no, we're not launching it live. But again, energy is important. And if we're going to be able to sustain life on the moon to then go to Mars, this technology is critically important. And I would just note that we're behind, right? If we're going to engage in the race to the moon and the race to Mars, we have to get our act together. We have to marshal all of our resources, all of our focus on going to the moon, which is what we're going to do. This is critically important. There's a certain part of the moon that everyone knows is the best. We have ice there. We have sunlight there. We want to get there first and claim that for America. And to do this this part of the fission technology is critically important to sustain life, because it's going to change the way that people and products move throughout our airspace. And again, so you may change the way you get your Amazon package. You may get a Starbucks cup of coffee from a drone. The way you get your products will fundamentally change. But what's even more important than that is the impact that it's going to have on manufacturing, on farming, on energy production, filmmaking, medical delivery. Industry needs this rule to make sure they can use this technology that's going to allow them to do business more efficiently and effectively. I couldn't stand here and talk about drones in the airspace without talking about air traffic control, how important the modernization effort that's underway right now is to making sure that drones can be deployed, eVTOLs can be deployed. I want to thank the Congress and the President for the $12.5 billion down payment they gave us to start this process. The total we need is $31.5 billion, but we can start the process. We're excited about this announcement today. This has been a long time coming. This was not thought up in the last 7 months. This has been going on for well over 4 or 5 years, this conversation. Under this president, we're not afraid to move and move fast, but also move safely. So do I have a concern broadly about AI pricing? Yes, I do. Let's sell prices on seats for what they should go for. But to try to individualize pricing on seats based on how much you make or don't make or who you are, I can guarantee you that we will investigate if anyone does that. Now,